Whoa! Look what I found here.
Whoa!
Look at all these gifts
Whoa,
I found.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
What's going on here? Look at this guy. Safe. Nice. Hey, Elijah,
man.
how you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Everybody doing good?
Good. Woo.
All right.
I could try it for the Tigers, man. That was a good slide. I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty good. Hey, look at all these gifts I found. Listen, I haven't bought anything yet for my kids. Not even my favorite kid. So look what I found.
That is your fault. You should have done that a long time ago. But listen, these gifts right here are some special gifts. They're not for you. I'm so sorry. But, you know, Santa had hit me up, and he was like, man, there's been so many good kids this year.
Really?
That I got extra gifts to pass out.
Oh.
So we get to pass out some gifts to the people here today.
He needs our help.
He needs our help.
I like that.
So you think we can do this pretty good?
Let's do it. Yeah, what do we got in here?
Let's see what we got.
All right.
Whoa, we got a blanket. Somebody need to stay cozy this Christmas season. Come on, where we at?
I got a blanket, too.
Nope. All right, they don't want it.
All right.
Here, I got you.
Who's ready?
I got you right there, my man.
There are
you
kids
go.
out there? Okay, I see. I don't know how far I can throw, but I see you. I see you at least.
Let's see. Now,
hey, that's not
this
bad.
This side, I'm going to try one
bad.
more time. Y'all didn't see. Y'all wanted some. Oh, now people want some.
Here?
All right, here we go.
Oh, we got another one.
So here, you got to dip it.
All right, we'll go middle. Go middle. See you.
Oh,
I
nice.
see you.
Man.
All right. What else you got? What else you got, Elijah? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Golden scissors. All right. Who wants to go to scissors?
No.
They golden scissors.
No, you can't throw the scissors. You can't throw the scissors.
They won't.
Did anybody sign the waiver on the way in?
Did
anybody sign it? They signed it? A couple people? Okay, throw it to them.
All right, here we go.
No, just kidding. No, let's not do it. Maybe next year.
Hey, next Christmas.
Come back next year.
I'm sorry. Here we go.
What else you got?
I got a T-shirt, though. Got some T-shirts.
Got some good T-shirts.
All right, here we go. I got you right here.
Ooh, nice.
Got it. Touchdown. Great catch.
I got a T-shirt right here. Who's ready for a T-shirt? I don't know if I can throw it that far. You think I can? All right, we'll go for it.
All right. Oh,
that was close.
Now I gotta show off my arm. Hold on. Let me. I see you back there. Hold on. Let me.
Stretch out, Elijah. Stretch out.
Here we go.
What else we got in here? Oh. Did you get it back there?
Somebody. Got it. Got it.
Got him. Got him. 4-6. What else you got in here?
Got me another one. All right. Ooh, here we go. It's a hit. All right. Shoot. Got it.
Oh, nice. Got him. That's a catch.
That's a catch for sure.
Did he get his feet down, both?
Did he get his feet down?
We
did get the feet down.
Okay. What you got
here? What is this? Is this a Phillip Rivers jersey?
Oh, yeah.
What
dust
in
that
the
off,
world?
man.
You gotta dust this off for real.
Shake that off. Yeah,
My man is as old as Santa Claus out there playing football.
Yeah, he is. This is the big prize.
This is the Lions football right here.
This is the big prize.
This is the Lions football. I'm gonna come to this side. All right, here we go. Blue 80.
This is the big prize. Who's got it?
All right. Catch it.
They got it.
Got it. Beautiful.
Touchdown.
We got it. Touchdown.
I love it, man. You know what? I think that's all. That's all we got today. You know one of the things I love about Christmas?
Tell me that.
Tell me if you like this too. I like receiving gifts.
Who
likes receiving
day long,
gifts? Does anybody like receiving gifts?
I love receiving gifts.
But I also love giving gifts because
you have to say that. You do have to say that, but I guess I love that too. Yeah, you got to say that.
Yeah. I also love Christmas carols.
Ooh, I love me a good Christmas
Anything
carol.
by Mariah Carey. I love that whistle
high notes
note.
and all.
I'm working on that at home.
Okay,
Not here
I got
at
you.
home.
We'll get you to perform it soon. Don't worry
Maybe
about
next time. But what kind of carols do you like?
You know, I'm a good person that likes some Christmas carols. You know, I like that. Joy to the world, the Lord.
Hey.
I was.
No, I know. Let's stop you right there. I think I got a good idea. Why don't we bring some of our team out here and they'll lead us in some Christmas carols.
The professionals.
Let's get some of the professionals out here.
You know what? You're right.
That's a good idea.
You're right. I'm so sorry. You know what? My fault, y'all. You know what? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Hey, we're gonna need some help. Would you guys stand? Come on and sing with us.
Let every heart prepare. fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha, bells on bobtails, ring-a-ling-a-ling, and making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Everybody sing, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
All right, we got one more Christmas classic. Help us sing it out. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy and cozy, are we? We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take the road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think I saved the people. You know.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice to go with them.
Exactly, 100%.
Hey, before you sit down, can I ask you to do something? We've got a number of people still coming in. This is what we call the Kensington Crunch. Everybody loves it. They love it. But could you just kind of crunch into the middle section so people can find seats on the outside just as we're talking before you sit down? I hate to ask you to do that, but thank you for accommodating that. As we have more people come in, it'll be easier for them to find. We're doing that with your cars right now too, so just don't worry about
this
them.
is a great Christmas gift to give somebody this Christmas season. Just do a little crunch, a little crunch.
So as you get in, you can grab your seats as you get in. But we wanted to just say Merry Christmas to you all. We're so glad each and every one of you are here, and we want to share a little bit of what's happening in the life of the church.
Yeah, man, of course. Well, my name is Elijah Mowrey. I'm the student director here. Did you tell the people who you are?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm Brian, and I'm the senior pastor here at Kensington.
Nice. Well, hey, we have some amazing things happening here at Kensington, especially in our next generation ministries. Let's just start with our middle school and high school ministries. It's truly an amazing ministry. Yeah, we got some noise for that.
All right.
There we go. It's amazing things happening in our student ministry, as it's truly a ministry where fun is had, lives are changed, and the kingdom is glorified. That's what our student ministries is all about having a fun time, but also having the moments to grow in their relationship with Christ through worship, and then having the opportunity to live that out in their lives daily. And then we also have our kids ministry.
Yeah.
I've heard, man, for the kids ministry. Matter of fact, do we got some kids in the room?
Any elementary school kids in the room?
We got to have more kids in that. We got some kids in the room.
I
see my man right here jumping up and down. He said, I'm here. Okay, but I've heard about our kids ministry that it is the best hour out the entire week for these kids.
Doesn't it look like fun? I mean,
that looks like a lot of fun.
Coming out of their classrooms and stuff, just loving it.
I mean, I walk through the lobby and they just be bumping some worship music because they be singing so loud. And that's all the amazing things that are happening in our next gen ministry. So if you want to get plugged and connected, we have our middle school that meets on Sunday at 11 a.m. and then our high school meets on Sunday night from 6 to 8 p.m. And then our kids meet both the 9 and the 11 o'clock service.
That's great.
All the fun things going on.
And as they came in, Elijah, I think they got a little gift, right?
They did get a special gift. So as you came in, kids, you got a little gift bag, and that's from us to you. First of all, to say Merry Christmas. All right, it's a gift just to say thank you for accepting the invitation of being here. Now, within that gift bag that you received is a game that we like to call bingo. Where my bingo fans at? Who likes some bingo?
We like to call it that.
We like to call it that. Yeah. Just like everybody else, probably. But anyways, with this bingo, right, Miss Becca's going to come up later, and she's going to begin speaking. Now, when she gets up and starts speaking, you want to pull out your bingo card because she's going to be saying some unique words that would be on your bingo card. And once you get a bingo, you get all the words, I need you to stand up, and I need you to yell, bingo!
No, Elijah.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea, man, because Becca's gonna be up here. That could be distracting to her. So maybe we got a different plan. A different plan.
You're
What do
right.
you think?
You're right. That's why I hate the senior pastor. He's smart.
Yeah,
He's smart.
I'm smart like that.
What we're gonna do then? Don't yell bingo. We want you to wait until after service to go out to our K-Kids area, and we have a gift to celebrate your bingo. So as soon as you get your bingo, we want you to sit there, wait till after service, so you can collect your prize at the K-Kids area. And I mean, at one of the service, we did have a kid. He didn't say bingo, but he jumped up and down, fist pump. You would have thought the Lions made the playoffs.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just saying, too soon. Sorry,
And he
too soon.
ran
That was
out
too
of here.
soon.
He ran.
He did run out of here. That might have been too soon. I'm
You
sorry.
just tore people's hearts apart right there.
I'm sorry, my fault. I'll take
He
that
ran
back.
out of here to go get his gift.
He did, and he
Listen.
came back excited about that gift. So it's a good prize, and we have enough for everyone. So don't stress about it.
That's right. And hey, if you're in the room and you're a parent and you've got a young one, I know as a parent, I've got 4 kids. They're older now. But I remember when they were younger, I'd always be worried about them making a noise in the service
I
and
was
stuff
that
like
kid.
that.
That was me.
Listen, I just want to relieve you of that whole thing. Don't worry about it. This is a great place to have your families. There'll be some noises. It's no big deal at all. So please don't feel that pressure. We're just so glad that you are here. Let me share a couple of things with you that are coming up. Next Sunday, we are not going to be in the building. We actually have an online service prepared for all of us. My oldest daughter is actually interviewing Becca and I, asking some tough questions.
As
of
she
us.
should, as she should.
As she has been. And also the topic for that online service is going to be embracing change for the new year. So we'd love for you to tune into that. Don't come to the physical building because we will not be here, but we will be online, and we hope you enjoy that service.
So let me just double check.
Just to be
Sometimes
clear,
I just need to hear it again.
Yeah.
So you telling me if I come to the building, pull up,
Yep.
the lights will be off, doors is locked?
Yep.
What if I come early? Will it still be lights off, doors locked?
Still locked.
What if I come 20 minutes late? Because, you know, sometimes I like to sneak in a little bit late. Will the doors still be locked?
They're still going to be locked.
Okay, all right, but I just need to invite some friends over, get
Yep.
some food, get some snacks, and then
You got
watch
it.
the online service.
You got it.
All right, good.
That's
I just
it.
want to make sure for everybody so we
That's
clarify.
it.
We're
That's
good.
it. So then the following Sunday, January 4th, we'll be back in person. Be a great opportunity for you to come back. We'd love for you to participate in that, where we're starting a new series, and we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So a lot of great things happening.
Yeah, that's
here
a
in
lot
Life
of
the
fun
Church.
things. Well, Brian, we've had a lot of fun this morning.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us, so as we've come here today for Christmas Eve, can you tell us what's our focus? What's the journey that we're going to be walking through on today?
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, first, again, we're so grateful that you're here with us today. I know many of you have probably been invited, dragged, I'm not quite sure, but you've been invited, and I'm so thankful that you were bold enough to come and check this out. You know, you might be sitting in the room not knowing what to expect, what's going to happen, and so I'm just thankful that you've taken a chance on us today, and you've taken time to be with us. You know, we often say here that we believe the Lord has led you here, and I truly do believe that the Lord has led each and every one of us here, whether you attend this church for years and years, or this is your first time being here. And I bet there are people in here, this is your first time ever being in this room. Thanks for being with us. You know, I don't know how you come into the room. Maybe Christmas for you, the holidays, brings back, you know, hard memories of loss, of mourning. Maybe that was just even this past year or years ago, and those emotions just come back every holiday season. Maybe for you, you come into the room and there's some things in your business life and your work life that are unsettled or unsettling, and you're just wondering what's going to happen. Or maybe you're a parent and you're just struggling through a season right now with your kids, and you're just asking the Lord to come through, or just wondering what's going to be next. Or maybe you come into the room today and you're like, man, things are going great. Like, life couldn't be better. Whatever it is, I believe the Lord has led you here. And I'm asking all of us boldly in this moment, no matter whether you're following Jesus or not, or seeking, or just leaning in this moment, I'm asking, since you're here already, that your hearts would be open to see where the Lord might lead today. You know, the question I want to leave you with and start with this day is this: who are you following? I remember when my brother was 8 years old, he followed this neighborhood dog named Sammy, and he followed the dog 3 miles away from our home. My mom was distraught. They called the police. The police eventually discovered my brother in this field, sitting on a rock, just crying. Sam right next to him, by the way. Just followed the dog. Sometimes we follow the wrong thing in life. Sometimes we follow things that lead us to places that aren't peaceful, that don't have joy. And I wonder, who or what are you following? This Christmas, what we're focusing on is something that some people followed, and it led them to the greatest gift that's ever been given. They followed a star. And I want to invite you today to follow the star, to see what the star points to, and have an open heart to see if that gift, the gift of Jesus, could change your life forever. I believe it can, and I believe it can in the next 45 minutes as you open your heart to him. And so Merry Christmas, and let's lean in and let's follow the star together.
Invitations. You probably get a lot of them. Weddings, birthdays, graduations. Some show up in your mailbox and others pop up on your phone. Some you've been waiting for and others come unexpectedly. But every now and then, there's an invitation that stands out, one you never forget. Long ago, a very special invitation was sent to the whole world. It wasn't written on paper, didn't come in an envelope. It was both anticipated and surprising, and it appeared in the most spectacular way possible. It came as light in the darkness, so breathtaking, so unforgettable, so undeniable that it drew people in from far and wide. And somewhere in the east, a few travelers saw that light and began their journey, following it to the place, well, the person that would change everything. And this is the story of that invitation and the one it was all about.
Three kings of Orion talk, bearing gifts, we traverse so far. Field and fountain, war and
The Bible calls the first ones to recognize the invitation wise men, scholars, philosophers, seekers of mysteries that stretched across the heavens. In their world, knowledge was sacred, and the night sky was a library of divine handwriting. They weren't kings, as the songs say, but they were respected. Probably from Babylon or Persia, lands filled with libraries, observatories, and ancient scrolls. Men like that studied the stars, charted their movements, and believed that heaven spoke through them. And one night, something appeared in that vast black sky that they had never seen before. A new star. This wasn't mere coincidence. This was a sign, a holy invitation. Maybe they remembered or were taught the old prophecies, stories passed down about a man named Daniel, a Jew who once lived among their people and spoke of a king who would come. Maybe they recalled the ancient words of Balaam, another man from the east who said, "A star will rise out of Jacob, a scepter will come out of Israel." Whatever it was, they knew this light meant something world-changing. They realized God was extending an invitation written in the sky, an invitation to come and see. And so, they began following the star. It wasn't a short trip. From Babylon to Bethlehem is nearly 900 miles, a journey of months across shifting sand and cold nights through kingdoms and wilderness. But something about that star compelled them forward. They packed gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and set out on a road, and it didn't promise comfort, but produced an unexplainable hope within them. They weren't stopping until they reached the place the star was leading them. Every mile said the same thing: keep going. And as the star rose higher, so did the question burning in their hearts. What kind of king would extend such an important invitation like this? Not with armies, not with trumpets, just a light, quiet, steady, guiding. They didn't know exactly where it would lead or what this king would be like, only that it was leading somewhere sacred. Clearly, God was doing something the world had never seen before. Could this be the day they would meet God face to face? The star was more than a celestial event. It was a summons, a whisper from heaven, an invitation to come and see what God has done.
Love incarnate, love divine. Star and angels gave a sign. Bow to babe on bended knee, the Savior of humanity. Unto us a child is born, he shall reign forevermore. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel,
heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him.
Well, what an invitation to receive on Christmas. To come and see, to come and experience Jesus. That's that center candle in the Advent wreath that Joyce lit. That center candle as we've been on this journey through the month of December in Advent, and the themes that emerge from the life and the ministry of Jesus: love, joy, peace, hope. And now the center candle has been lit, the Christ candle, because our Emmanuel is with us. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. You're a bit of a lively bunch. I heard you at the beginning. I'm pretty excited for this service. Sometimes people are more reserved. You guys are a little bit, I can feel it. I can feel the energy. I'm pretty excited. My name is Becca Mowrey. I'm our interim pastor here at the Orion campus. And I'm so excited you have accepted the invitation tonight to come and see. Now, an invitation to come and see isn't new. This is what the story is about. This is what Brian was saying in these videos, this journey of the wise men. They were invited by the starlight to come and see something, and they responded because they knew that there must be more. They knew that there was something to it, and so they followed the light of the star, and they encountered Jesus through this invitation. The invitation that the star had given them. Now, we love stars in our culture today, don't we? Come on. We really like stars. Let's be honest. Is anybody hiring a contractor who doesn't have a 5-star Google review? No. Get your Google reviews up if you're a small business owner. We all love the Google reviews. 5 stars. Or Amazon. I know I have actually paid more on Amazon for the exact same item if the vendor has more stars than another vendor. Exact same item. But I like the confidence that the stars give me. Or how about a 5-star hotel? Little bougie, right? 5-star restaurant, Michelin star restaurant. That'll ruin you for any other restaurant. So I hear. How about this one? I might be dating myself a little bit on this one. Star Search. Oh, yeah, okay, you're with me. Star Search. Or the one that has been all the talk in my household up until a couple weeks ago. Tuesday nights was like a don't plan anything night because we have to watch Dancing with the Stars. Yes, I heard it ended really well. So it makes sense that on the most important night of all of history that a star would appear. And this is not any star. This would be the star of all stars because it would lead the wise men to the King of all kings. Or as Isaiah, a prophet hundreds of years earlier, would call him the wonderful counselor, our mighty God, the everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. And so tonight, we're going to follow the star's light through the Christmas story. And as I was rereading this story, there are some things that were just really highlighted, illuminated, no pun intended, from this story of the wise men and the star. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, we all know Christmas is a season of giving, and it's a season of giving gifts. And who has given us more than the Lord, who has given himself to us. And so we are able to respond in our worship services through giving back to him. That's why we say offering is an act of worship, because it's a response to the Lord. It's a recognition to our God who has given everything, to say, Lord, I will give back to build your kingdom here on earth as you have called us to do. And so we're going to do that in this moment. We're going to receive an offering. And the ushers are going to come forward. They pass buckets. You can drop things in there. There's a slide that comes up on the screen. You can scan a QR code, text to give, all sorts of digital ways, because let's be honest, does anybody carry cash anymore? Well, I suppose the people who might put things in the buckets. There you go. But I just want you to know our mission at Kensington is to see everyone transformed and mobilized by Jesus. Do you know who the one is? It's you. You are the one. The ones in your home, the ones in your community, and the ones all around the world. And through the generosity of giving to the Lord through the church, we are able to advance the mission of Jesus as he has called us to do. So I want to say thank you. Do you know we are in this building today? We have these services today because of the generosity of people who have gone before us. And we get to reap the benefit of that. And so thank you. Thank you to those of you who give. Now, the Christmas story comes out of two different gospels. There are 4 gospels in the New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The word gospel means good news. And the gospels tell of the good news of Jesus. He is the good news. And so they tell about Jesus' life. But the Christmas story, from start to finish, is actually pieced together from 2 different gospels. It's found in Matthew, the first couple chapters, and it's also found in the first couple chapters of Luke. And so you draw out the different pieces, you put them together, and that makes up the entire Christmas story. But the piece of the wise men and the star comes out of the book of Matthew. And so I'm just going to read some of those verses, just in Matthew 2, verses 1 and 2, and it'll come up on the screens. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who is born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose, and we have come to worship him." What was amazing to me as I reread this story was that just a little light was enough for them to start their journey. Did you catch that in the verse where it said the Magi, they saw the star and then they stepped out? What a journey of faith. They didn't have a roadmap. They certainly didn't have all the answers, but day by day and step by step, they followed the light that was given to them. They followed the light that they did have. And it was spectacular. It's what led them on a great adventure. Now, I think so many great adventures start this way. I love history, so I love reading great survival stories. I love reading great exploration stories. So when I think about great adventures, I think of like Lewis and Clark and how they would set out to map the entire Western United States and the things that they found, the things that they discovered. They had no idea what they were going to see, but they set out anyway. I think of Marco Polo and his exploration through Asia, particularly in China, and what he discovered in his exploration would change how people actually would understand the world. And then Marco Polo would be the inspiration for a man named Christopher Columbus, who would set out in uncharted waters. So uncharted, in fact, that his crew is said to have said they were terrified they were going to sail their boat off the edge of the world. That is an uncharted adventure. I think of Ernest Shackleton, who explored Antarctica, and he boasts one of history's greatest survival stories. Hundreds and hundreds more of adventure stories. All of these people had a mission, but they didn't have a roadmap necessarily. All of them had a mission, but they had to trust during times when it might even seem impossible. And because they kept going, because they trusted along the way, they discovered spectacular things they never dared to imagine. And you know, we see this kind of faith in the Christmas story too. I mean, let's just think about some of the characters for a minute. Think about Joseph. Joseph's a good man. He's got himself a fiance. He finds out she's pregnant by God. And so he's going to divorce her quietly. And an angel shows up and says, no, you're going to go a different direction, and you're going to marry this woman because God's going to do something great in your life. He didn't have the answers. I mean, what was this going to mean for his family, his name, his friends, his future, his business? Oh my gosh. What would obedience look like for him? He didn't have all those answers, but he obeyed because God had called him to. He stepped into the light that he had. Think of Mary. Mary, who's never had a child before, and now is told her first child is going to be God's child. And she's not just raising any child, it's the Savior of the world. I mean, where's the parenting book on that one? And we find out that Mary says, let it be unto me as you've said. I don't have all the answers. I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't know what this is going to mean. But I'm going to walk in the light that you've given me because you've called me to do it. I think of the shepherds. It's kind of wild, crazy guys, living, not just hanging out in the fields. They were living out in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. And this wild angelic announcement shows up and tells them to go find the Savior of the world, the Messiah who has been born on that night. And so they just off they go. Do you notice the angel never told them where to go? They never got a map. They never even got a destination. They said, this will be a sign to you. You're going to find a baby wrapped in a bunch of rags and laying in an animal food trough. That's what the angel said to them. And they went anyway. Don't you think it would have been just as easy for the angel to give them directions? But no. Because that's not how faith works. God gives us light, and he wants to see if we're going to step into it. And that's what the shepherds did. They stepped into it. No one in the Christmas story had the whole picture. But every one of them took the next step of faith with the light that they had, and we still have this light. We have the light that the wise men had. Do you know in John 8, the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verse 12, Jesus says this of himself, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And so we have Jesus here with us, Emmanuel. God with us came on Christmas night. And he grew up and he lived a human life, and he walked out a life to show us the heart of God, who the heart of God really was, because people didn't understand who God was. So Jesus says, watch how I live. Listen to what I say, and now you will know the Father. This is why it's important. We know the Gospels, and we read through the Gospels, because then we will know the Father. So he lived this life. And then he would die to pay a debt that we could not afford ourselves. But death would not have the last word, because on the third day he would be raised again, defeating death. This is what we celebrate on Easter. And even when he ascended into heaven, he did not leave us alone. He left us the gift of his Holy Spirit. And through the Holy Spirit, Jesus leads us, and he lights our paths, and he prompts our hearts, and he speaks and encourages and strengthens and comforts and heals us, and he guides every step of the way if we would just be obedient to walk into the light that he has given us today. Maybe if we would just be curious, if we would be inquisitive rather than dismissive. Maybe if we would muster up in ourselves a sense of adventure and go on an adventure of faith. Following Jesus is rarely about having all the answers, but it's about pursuing a relationship with him day by day and step by step. Take a step towards Jesus today. And you might say, that's nice, Becca, but that's very abstract. Can I get really granular with you? Really specific? Yeah? Okay. Come to church on Sunday. Gather together. Make it a rhythm of your life to worship with other people, to lean in. You're like, I'm not really sure about all of it. That's okay. None of us have it all figured out. We're all just on a journey, an adventure, exploring faith, asking questions. Join a group. We've got lots of people in groups who aren't really sure where they are in this whole faith thing. Ask questions. That's what the church is here for. We're all journeying together. Maybe you've been following Jesus for a long time, but you've never actually read through the New Testament, read through the Bible together. Do it. Open up the Bible. Don't start in the Old Testament, okay? Don't start there. That might mess you up if you're starting for the first time reading the Bible. Start in the New Testament and learn who he is. Then we can conquer that, okay? Step into the light. Step into the light, because see, for the wise men, just a little bit of light was enough. But the second thing that I saw in the Christmas story this year was that the light would shine in unexpected places. I reflect on my faith journey, and I think the most profoundly impactful moments in my faith journey have happened in the most unusual of circumstances. I think of times of grieving. 3 years ago today, my brother died from cancer, and it was really hard. And I wrestled a lot with the Lord over that. We prayed that God would heal him. He's healed now, he's in heaven with Jesus, but that was really hard to wrestle through. But as I took my grief to the Lord, he met me as my comfort. He is the God of all comfort. He meets us in these spaces when we draw near to him. I think of times of loneliness in my life, when I've moved across the country a couple different times. And when I've walked towards Jesus with my loneliness, he met me as a friend. We're in an epidemic of loneliness right now. And I think the older I get, the harder it is to make friends. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Tell me it's not just me. Okay. But Jesus met me as my friend. I've known him as a teacher. I've known him as a healer. I've known him as a comfort. I never knew him as a friend, that kind of relationship with God. But I met him in that very unexpected place of loneliness. In times when people have said hurtful things and done hurtful things. And I've brought them to the Lord, really upset. I've experienced the encouragement of God, who says, yeah, I know, people said things about me too. There's a lot of work to be done though. Get on with it. And he gave me the strength to get up and keep going. This is who our God is, because he meets us in unexpected places. Do you know the wise men, do you know their first stop to find Jesus? Their first stop to find Jesus, they went to the palace to look for Jesus, because that's where kings are. They knew that this was a sign of a king, and so kings are in the palace. That's where all the royalty and the influence and the power are found. They're in the palace. But I love the Christmas story because Jesus is not found in the places that are perfect and the places that always make sense. Jesus is found not just when we have our lives all together and we're ready to finally, approach the throne. No. Jesus is found in the messes of our lives. Jesus is found in the interruptions that completely derail your day. He's there. Jesus is found in the disappointments that really don't match your timeline with life. This is where he'll meet you. He's found in the messes that don't feel holy at all in life. And he steps into these places, and he steps into our darkness, and he steps into our fears and our doubts and our struggles and our worries. He steps in if we would only let him. There's a famous picture called The Light of the World by William Holman Hunt. And it's based off of a verse in Revelation. Revelation is the last book of the Bible. And Jesus says of himself this in Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and I knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and I will dine with him and he with me. There's a picture that's going to go up on the screen. I want to point out a couple things about this. First of all, notice Jesus is standing at the door and knocking. This is who he is, and this is what he does. He knocks on the door of our lives and our messes and our situations and our struggles, and he says, will you let me in? You'll also notice on the bottom right of the picture, there's a bunch of weeds that are growing up. And if you look really closely, you see in the hinges and the nails, they're rusted. And it's implying the reality that maybe the door has never been opened to Jesus before. But what probably made this picture the most famous is the fact that there is no door handle on the outside. And that's because it can only be opened from the inside. It can only be opened by you. Behold, he says, I stand at the door of your life and I knock. Will you let him in to the mess and the mundane, to the simple moments, to the stress, to the struggles? Will you let him in? I think a lot of us think maybe our problems aren't big enough for God. But I want you to know tonight that he is there and he desires to be let into your life, to every single situation and every single moment. Will you invite him in? Stop waiting for the perfect moment to get right with Jesus and just invite him into the present one. One pastor said it this way. He said, God is not waiting for you to get better. He's just waiting for you to get honest. And I love that because God's big enough to handle your anger, your disappointments, your doubts. He's not threatened by your questions. He wants to meet you in them. Bring them to him and let him in. Because when you meet him, when you invite him in, you will meet him. You will encounter the presence of Jesus, the Spirit of Jesus. He will engage with you. And when you meet him, you cannot help but worship him. And that's my last point for today, is that when the wise men found Jesus, they worshiped without reservation. This might be my favorite part of the story, because when they finally found Jesus, scripture says something striking. It says, they fell down and worshiped him. This phrase matters. They didn't just respond politely, give the Queen's wave. Listen, these are like the CEOs of your Fortune 100 companies, right? These are big, important guys, royalty, wise men. And they found Jesus, the child, and they fell down and they worshiped him and they poured out their gifts to Jesus. They didn't hold anything back. But if I'm honest with you, sometimes I approach worship a little bit like tipping at a restaurant, right? That might be optional. I'm just kidding. I really tip well. I just want you to know that. I'm a good tipper. Oh, and by the way, if you pray at a restaurant, make sure you tip at least 25%. Give Jesus a good name. But sometimes we approach worshiping God a little bit like, you've done good for me this week, this month. There you go. I'll give you a little extra. Give you a little accolade over here, Jesus. Something, I can offer you something, after I've kind of given all my time and energy and attention to other things that matter more. But that's not what we learn in this story. That's not what worship is. Worship isn't a tip. It's meant to be a treasure that we pour out at the feet of Jesus. A couple months ago, I went to visit my daughter at college on parent weekend. And on the last day, we went to the church that she goes to on Sunday. It's a great church. And so we file in, and we were packed in like sardines. And so I'm standing next to this guy, this big guy, larger than life. And the music starts, and so we all start singing. And oh my gosh, did this guy start singing. I mean, he was belting it out. I mean, it startled me, because he's this huge guy right next to me, and he's just belting it out. But here's the problem. He was totally tone deaf. So I'm standing next to this guy who's shouting these worship songs, and he's totally tone deaf. And if I'm honest with you, probably should be, I started getting pretty annoyed, because I couldn't hear the music. I couldn't hear anyone around me singing. I couldn't hear myself singing. All I could hear was this guy. But with every song that happened, something began to change in my heart. Because here was this guy, couldn't have been older than 25 years old. And he has his eyes closed and his hands out, and he is just going for it. He is just worshiping God with everything that he has. He's singing from the top of his lungs. He sounds terrible, and everybody knows it, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's worshiping his God who deserves all worship. Everything that we are, he's pouring out. Here's this guy pouring out his heart before the Lord. And you know, before the last song, my face, tears are streaming down my face. To date, I would say this is one of the most impactful worship experiences I've ever had, of somebody who didn't hold back. They just went for it. Just like the wise men, he just like fell down and just worshiped Jesus. And it changed me. I don't know about anybody else around, but it changed me. And I know you might be thinking like, so what am I supposed to do, Becca? Like go into my boardroom and like start singing worship songs? No, singing is just one way we worship the Lord. Worship is about surrendering the moments to Jesus. Worship looks like loving people when they're really hard to love. Because that's what Jesus has called us to do. Worship, it looks like forgiving people when you're still hurting. Because that's what Jesus has modeled on the cross for us. It looks like giving when it actually costs us something. When it becomes a sacrifice, then it becomes a sacrifice of praise. And it's obeying when you don't understand. Maybe especially when you don't understand. That's worship. It's a life of surrender. It's what the wise men did. It's what the wise men modeled to us. They said, Jesus, you first. You have it all. We lay down our lives before you and we worship you. We surrender it all. Maybe this Christmas, you're feeling a stirring in your heart that it's time to start a journey with Jesus. It's time to start a journey to step in and step towards the light, just a little bit of light maybe that you were given, maybe even just today. At the end of the service, we're going to put up a QR code. And I'm going to encourage you to scan that QR code. And listen, we're not going to spam you. We're not going to stalk you. We're not going to show up at your house, okay? All we're going to do is send you an email. And we're going to say, how can we help you on your journey? Here are some resources to get you started. We're here. Take advantage of that opportunity. Or maybe you're here today and you are desperate for Jesus to show up. And to show up in a really unexpected place. This is what he does. This is who he is. This is where you will meet him most, in the unexpected places. Invite him in. Or maybe you've been coming to church for a while and you're worshiping at a distance. And maybe it's time to explore what it might mean to worship without reservation. To maybe give it all to Jesus. To maybe sing out in a way you've never sang out before. Even if you're tone deaf, you could change somebody's life next to you. How is Jesus calling you to step into the light this Christmas? The light of the star led the wise men to the light of the world. And the light of the world was Jesus. And Jesus came and lived and died and rose again and gave us his Spirit. And by the power of his Spirit, he lights our lives. And then he calls us to be carriers of his light to the world. And so I'm going to invite everyone to stand right now. And one by one, we're going to begin to light candles. And as we share our light with one another, you're going to notice that the atmosphere in the room changes. Because that's what faith does. When we walk with the light of Jesus and we carry that light into places, atmospheres change, atmospheres shift, and dark places become not so dark anymore. Lonely places become not so lonely anymore. And one by one, as we carry the light, things will change. So we're going to sing a very familiar song about a very familiar story. But I invite you to not let it just be tradition and not dismiss it because it's so familiar. But I invite you to engage into the Christmas story and ask Jesus to reveal it to you in a new way and to reveal himself in a new way. So let's sing together.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round the unvirgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round the unvirgin mother and child. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in
I want you to look around just for a minute. It's such a beautiful picture. Such a beautiful picture of how the light of the world has come. And all he asks us to do is to carry the light into the places that he's given us to steward. Would you do that this Christmas? You know, the wise men, they had to travel hundreds of miles to worship the king, but we don't, because he's right here and he is with us. And so we are gonna sing one more song, but before we do that, I'm gonna ask you to give the person in front of you the greatest Christmas gift by covering the candle and blowing it out, because we don't want hot wax all over their coats. And the wax is still wet, so hold it for just a second while it dries before it drips all over the place. I don't want it on your new Christmas patent shoes. But listen, church, this might be the Christmas to worship without reservation, to reflect on that holy night when the whole world changed. And we want to take advantage of every moment and every opportunity. So this might be your night to lift your voice and to worship your King without reservation. So let's not hold anything back, because he is worthy. glad that you came this Christmas. I mean, come on, that was so good. That was so good. The drum solo, the vocals. Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, got chills. I got chills. We're so glad you're here. Hey, God has led you here. You are here on purpose, and I hope you know that He wants to meet with you. And if you have questions and you want to start a journey, you just need some prayer, anything, there's a QR code coming up on the screen. Please take advantage of that. Scan that QR code, and we'll just be in touch. We'll just reach out with some resources.
Yeah, just a couple things before you jet out of here. Next Sunday, we are online, so please join us that way. And then the following Sunday, January 4th, we start a new series called The Core Four. These are really 4 things that are really, really important to us as Kensington Church. This would be a great moment for you to jump in and start your journey here at Kensington Church. Then also, we have a new lead pastor that's starting in January. His name is Brandon Shanks. There they are. Look, they moved. They brought all their stuff. They moved into Oxford. They're so excited to start in January. So this really, honestly, would be a great time to start your journey here in church life as we start this new chapter together. But hey, we wish you a very Merry Christmas. We love you all, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Merry Christmas.